Hi everyone, welcome into this week's My Weekly CBS Fix. As always, I hope you had a wonderful week. This week's Parsha is Parshas Chayai. Towards the end of the Parsha, we read about the loss of our great-great-grandfather, Abraham. He wasn't just our great-great as in genealogy, he was our great, amazing grandfather. And therefore, we have to spend a few moments talking about his greatness. And the Torah tells us that when he passed away zaken v'saveya, passed away old and content. And we have to discuss, what does this mean he was content? And also we know that Abraham was called the Amud HaChesed, the pillar of kindness. So it's important for us to study these two things, with kindness and content. So there's generally three levels of kindness. One level of kindness is, hey, you're going to the store, do you mind giving me a ride there? And you say, sure, no problem, yeah, jump into the car. That's one level of kindness. You didn't offer the person, you're going there anyway, so you took him. Then there's the person that's going to the store and asks people or tells people, hey, I'm going to the store, does anybody need anything? That's the second level. And then there's a third level of, I'm not going anywhere, but I just need to do something on behalf of somebody else, and I need to invent ways of doing kindness for other people, because that's how much you're thinking about other people. You're just going out of your way. That's who you are. You just like to do good for other people. And that was Abraham. We have to realize that he was a person that used his money and his affluence and influence to be able, and his affluence to be able to go around and do whatever kindness he could to better people's lives. Do you need something? You need a place to stay? Need a place to eat? What, you need some bills to be paid for? No problem. I can help you out. You need help, you're understanding with something? I can help you out. That was Avram's level of kindness. We have to try to strive for that, trying to invent ways of being kind towards other people. Another thing that we have to do is this contention. What does that mean, content? So I'd just like to share with you an idea that's pretty long. We're going to try to make it pretty concise. The Vilna Gaon, Rabbi Leo from Vilna, he explains that there's two opposites. One is somebody who trusts in Hashem, a lot of trust, somebody who can trust, and somebody who has contentness in Hashem. And the opposite of that is what we call chemda. Chemda means to covet something. There's a difference between desire and covet. Desire means you have a quick momentary desire for something. But covet means you like to hoard, you need more and more. So somebody who covets money doesn't just want money. He wants money even though he has more money than he doesn't know what to do with. And he wants more cars. He wants a whole driveway and his whole long driveway to be filled up with the cars in his garage and his planes, everything. He just needs to own and more and more and more. He needs to covet all that. He needs to have it. Why? It's like a mental issue. He just needs to own. Why? Why does he do that? Just because he just likes cars? No, because he defines himself as, I have, therefore I am. I own, therefore I am. And the more he expands the things that he owns, the more he thinks, this is who I am. This is my actuality. This is who I am. And therefore, the less he has, the less he's on a scale of, I don't really exist. And Avram was the exact opposite of that. Why? Because he had what he explains as bitachon, trust in Hashem. That means he doesn't live for himself. He lives within the umbrella of Hashem, within the service of Hashem. And therefore, whatever Hashem gives us is exactly what we need for us to continue. And we define ourselves by what it is exactly that Hashem gave us. That's saveya. That's being content. And when a person is content, you can grow to be old or mature and content, because you're not viewing your life through this tiny little scope of, hey, I'm measured by everything that I own and the amount of wealth that I've amassed and the amount of physical things that I own. That's not the way you are. Everything that you have, Hashem gave to you, and you can live and give in that mode. And even Avram Avinu, Abraham, who had so much money, but how did he use his money? He used his money as being like the Torah tells, like Anochi Afar Ve'efer. He completely considered himself dust and ashes. He minimized himself. Why? Because he lived in the shadow of Hashem. And he lived in that framework of, what can I do for other people? How can I emulate my Creator? And so therefore he was minimized himself. He was the pillar of kindness, and that's why he uses money. He uses money to give it all away, to help other people, to bring people closer to Hashem, to help ease other people's burden, to feel their plight, to let them be happy, ease their suffering, whatever it may have been. That's what he was. So he was somebody who was Afar Ve'efer, dust and ashes. He was the pillar of kindness, and he was also a seveh, somebody who was content with what he had because he lived under the framework that Hashem had created for him. So we have to take these three things with us if we can in any way we can, to try to emulate our great grandfather, Abraham. And may he continue to be a mug and a shield over us until Mashiach comes. Thank you for listening. Have a great Shabbos.